Welcome to today's video. We are back at Yoshio Factory to get stuck into the S15 and to get it that little bit closer to driving on the road and being finished. There's a fair bit on the agenda today, but mainly we're focusing on getting all the intercooler piping welded up. And as you guys know, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I got a whole bunch of really cool parts to show you guys that we got. I actually had to wait for them to come from the States because I just could not find them anywhere in Japan. But yeah, all intercooler piping will be welded up today and fitted. Any other kind of hoses and nipples going to that for vacuum lines or boost reference, and even the IACV, we're going to fix this disaster today thanks to my buddies at Dishworks for hooking me up with some fittings. We've got a lot to get done, but intercooler piping should all be done, and then all that's going to be left is a couple little piping things there. We got to take the downpipe off again to put the bung in for the O2 sensor, and just like little kind of touches like that. But by the end of this week, this thing should be driving on the street, and we should be looking at doing a street tune and getting everything sorted out. So I hope you guys are excited. So here is everything laid out that I'm going to be using today. Obviously a lot of intercooler piping, and I'm going to show you the layout that we're working with. But I do have to just take a quick moment to say thank you to the best guys in the business, Dishworks. They hooked it up, man. They sent me pretty much 2 of every fitting in their entire catalog. There are fittings in here that I don't even know if I will ever be able to use, but I'm sure at some point I will. I will have that weird fitting that I will need in stock and ready to use on one of my cars. So really hyped about that. They just look after me like crazy. So we got a bunch of their stuff. Obviously, they even sent me all their tools and stuff for AN fittings and stuff, and that's just a lifesaver. Anyways, that aside, looking over here at the car, I'm going to show you the layout and everything that we're planning to do. By the way, if anyone works at Vibrant who watches my videos, please contact me. I would love to do something with you guys and maybe even stock some of your parts, because you cannot get tight radius Vibrant like 90-degree fittings or piping like this anywhere in Japan. It is so hard to find, and everyone wants them, and everyone just uses like 90-degree normal intercooler piping, and that's just gross. Anyways, back onto this. So we're going to be cutting my compressor housing. We're going to chop this section off. The main reason is this is a big issue that happens to just a lot of people. A lot of my friends have this issue when they're at comps too, where the silicon coupler that they use here gets too hot from the exhaust manifold and blows out under pressure. So we're going to chop that off. We're welding on the tight 90 radius here. So just imagine that's like attached to the turbo but further up. Then we're going to be using one of these quick disconnect I guess like intercooler piping coupler things. These things are like insane. They hold like something ridiculous, like 3,000 PSI of pressure. Don't quote me on that, but it is a high number. But yeah, this thing is going to connect to that, and then we're going to go back to our 2-inch intercooler piping on a 45 down into the hole there. So we will be obviously bringing this back up to the 3-inch that goes, or the 2.8-inch that goes into the intercooler, but just in the engine bay I'm going to keep it the 2-inch. It's not really going to benefit or reduce any kind of performance, so we should be fine there. So I hope that gives you a really good understanding of everything that we're doing today and what we're working with. Hopefully we should get it all done. Okachan's pretty busy, but he's going to put some time towards welding for me, so that's always a plus. I need to really like lock him down and try and get him to teach me how to do some welding as well. Anyways, let's get into it. Oh boy, it has been a long time since we've done one of these, lads. Let's go. Oh, so good. Okachan's getting ready to start welding. We're gonna work on my cold side piping first. We're just putting some fittings and AN lines, bungs, and welding some holes up and stuff like that. And then we'll get onto the hot side of the turbo. So it's time for a pretty big update. I've got everything tacked in place. I even got some stuff done on the pipe that goes up to the throttle body here. You can see that my AN line going into here for the IACV worked out perfect, goes down through there, comes out down the bottom and goes into the fitting that we've welded on here. We've also got this ready here to put the IAT sensor in for the link. And then the hot side here is all finished too. I've mocked up everything myself. This is the first time I've done anything like this by myself, and I just got Okachan to tack everything into place. We're only using 2 silicon couplers down here where the 90 goes into the intercooler. This you can't do anything about, and then you always need to have one in this area so it's easy and quick to kind of take this out and remove it. So total, I guess, couplers 3 if you take into account this one here. By the way, I cannot get over how much movement and play this thing has. That is amazing that you you can get that much play out of something that holds so much PSI. It's insane. So that will move with the engine, which is great. But yeah, otherwise we're pretty much ready. Okachan's going to start final welding that entire piece together for me. Everything else is pretty much done that I wanted to get done today, which is epic. But I do want to show you how I want the intake piping to go. Now, I do have something special coming from a friend in the States, which you guys will find out about soon, for the intake pipe. But for now, I'm going to show you how it's going to work out and the reason why I'm doing it the way I am. So I'm just going to hold these in place. This is going to be the filter we're going to use, a spare that Okachan had lying around. But we're going to put the filter as far as we can in the fender well here, away from the engine. First priority is I want the longest intake pipe possible for all the extra dose noise, all the extra but also because we want to get it as far away from the engine as we can, where it's going to be sucking in cold air, and that's second priority. Really, it should be first, but this is how it's going to look. Nice long intake pipe tucked down in the corner there. It's going to look sick, but it's not going to be aluminium. Or aluminum, wherever you're from in the world. Okachan's onto the home stretch now. Just finishing up the welding on the turbo compressor housing. I cannot wait to put this all together. Officially now finished with the intercooler piping. Everything is all hooked up. I got the IAT sensor even on this side. Might be hard to see, but it's gotten dark. I ended up going out and having dinner with Okachan, and then before that as well, he was teaching me welding for a while. So I should have filmed that, but that was spur of the moment, and it's just like, you know, I didn't want to waste his time trying to set up a camera or anything like that. It was just like, get in and do it kind of thing. Anyways, intercooler piping is done, all mounted up. I don't think we're going to be changing or moving anything around right now. All the bands are tight, so we should be good here. All that's left now is just a few more touch-ups, power steering lines and stuff like that, and then we can go and street tune this thing. We need to relocate the battery, but we can do that later if we need to. It's not a big deal. I just want to get this thing driving on the street and enjoy it, get it like starting to figure out all the little gremlins and all those kind of like teething issues that happen with any kind of new build. Oh, we do still need to do the dump pipe for the wastegate. That is important. And then we still got to wire in a couple sensors, but that's it. Almost home run now. Anyways, I'm going to get to cleaning my mess up so we can head home. But we are just so close now, guys. Probably another good day and a half spent on this thing, just tidying up all those itty bitty things that just take a lot of time but are super, super frustrating to do. But this thing will be ripping very, very shortly. I'm really proud of the intercooler piping, how I laid it out. I think it was a good idea as well to use the 2-inch all the way down to there, just because it's going to give us a lot more engine bay space. And I could have tucked this closer to the body here, but I actually like keeping it off the body because I had a lot of issues with the last intercooler piping vibrating and touching the body. So I think this is just going to make it that little bit better. And I love that little clamp there. That thing is awesome. Anyways, back to cleaning up. Well, this was completely unexpected. It's the next day, it's an Okajuku event, and there's a really cool car here and someone that I want to introduce to you. This is my new friend, Tomoya-san. Konnichiwa, Tomoya-san! Konnichiwa! And this is his RX7!
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your RX7.
English version?
English version.
Hey guys!
Tomoya does speak a bit of English, so he's okay. Engine normal ですか? 教えてください.
Yeah, stock.
Stock engine?
Correct?
Correct, stock. でもこれストックターブンじゃないでしょ?
Base?
Base?
Base is normal.
Okay, so the base engine is stock?
Yes.
But the hot side is not stock?
Yes. Blitz K2927.
A Blitz 2927?
K27.
Oh, okay. I don't know too much about this kind of style. 古いですか?
Yes.
Oh, so it's an old Blitz turbo. Oh, okay, K27. I see. Now I understand. Cool. すごいかっこいいね。ロッタリー大好きね。I really like rotaries, and hopefully one day I get to own one myself.
But today, here boost controller didn't work well.
Oh, okay.
So
No boost?
no boost.
No power?
Yeah. Carburetor. Cab shot.
Okay. 本当に乗っていいですか?
いいですよ。
So,
Let's drive. Yeah.
Tomoya wants me to drive his car. I think he's crazy. You're crazy.
No.
This is my first rotary. 初めての乗って。
Wow.
ちょっと緊張す
You
る。
speak Japanese. I speak English.
Sounds good. That way we can both practice.
I know your driving is very well. Yeah.
Thank you. ありがとう。
Yes.
あなたもね。じゃあ走ります。Okay, let's go. 上大丈夫？おアングルいっぱいある？
どうだろう。
シルビア同じぐらい？
多分。でも、You must spin.
Okay. Spin?
Spin.
You said I'm gonna spin. シフトの何ソックスか？鬼？あ、5。5？5？ Fifth gear.
Reverse.
リバースバックシング。本当のバックシング。I'm excited. It's so cool. So apparently his trans tunnel reaches like temperatures of 200 degrees, and at this track you don't need long pants. So they're making me tape a towel onto my leg to protect it. This is the first time I've had to literally tape a towel onto my leg to drive a car. I'm excited. 楽しみね。I am so excited. My first rotary. Yay! I have driven a rotary before, but I've never drifted one. All right, all the OGs remember on the channel that I have driven an RX7 FC before. That thing made good power too. We're gonna do some, just a few laps, see what it feels like. It sounds so different. All right, I definitely need to move the seat further back. Okay, let's go. He said I can rev it wherever I want, no limit. I was scared when he said that. Whoa! What do you say? Okay. Yeah, this is gonna take a bit to get used to. The front end is really loose. It feels so weird. Nothing like a Silvia. I gotta forget everything I know about an S15. Oh boy. We were so close, chat. We were so close. I keep saying chat because I just did a Twitch stream. Okay, it's definitely a little wishy-washy in the front. That's how it feels. Let's go! Tommy is the res! Keep trying to flick it. Just like normal kenders on the front that I would normally use for drifting. It's really interesting. You can't feed it too much like an S chassis. You gotta be gentle with it. It's so good. I just want to keep drifting this. It's such an experience. The throttle, the clutch work, and he said that this is with no boost controller. This is stock boost. That's crazy. It's so much fun. Dude, imagine if this had full boost. It would be such a different car. This is so much fun. The trans tunnel's really heating up my leg though. I'm actually surprised how hot it is. Yatta! I love rotaries! Oh my god, it's so much fun! It just keeps going! 楽しいこれ。楽しい。本当にありがとう。面白いね。スロットルが遠くのめっちゃ楽しい。いい練習この車。スロットルコントロールいるだからめっちゃいい。めっちゃいいめっちゃいい。本当に。いや嘘つき。Tomoya, thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Was I good? Was I okay?
Okay.
Can I be a rotary person now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Rotary Samu.
Rotary Sam.
Let's go. You can sell me one later, right? You got one for sale?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right. Let's go.
Very high price.
Very high price. でも友達だから安くできるですよね。
友達だから high price.
That has to be one of my top 10 things on my bucket list ticked off. Tomoya is such a rad dude, and that is an insane experience that I'm sure many of you guys watching this video dream of. And I'm still blown away by the experience, and I'm also blown away with just how much fun it was drifting a rotary. Like, I understand now why Mad Mike only drifts rotaries. That's a lot of fun. That's like a two-stroke dirt bike kind of feeling. It felt so good. Anyways, it's a scorcher hot day today. I'm gonna chill for a bit in the shade and drink some more water and hydrate. But if you wanted to watch the rest of this event, you need to be following me on my Twitch channel. I'll put the link down in the description. But I've been doing a lot of IRLs recently, and I split up the content. So it's not the same thing, but like more of like the IRL experiences if you guys were here, because I know lots of you guys can't get to Japan right now, so I wanted to really focus on some IRL stuff. I'm doing Daikoku Friday night meets and stuff like that, all IRL to the early hours of the morning, so you guys get to see the street drifting and stuff like that too. So check it out, link in the description. Make sure you're following SAMMIT on Twitch.
Just pulling into my favorite PA on the way home because we are definitely getting some Starbucks.
But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Smash that like button, write us a comment. I'm sorry if it's gonna seem a little bit like kind of all over the place with the 2 days pushed together, but things are just so hectic trying to get the S15 and like finished and focusing on that to get it on the road, because we do have a fair few competitions coming up very soon. Trying to have the S15 driving by the end of this week, and there is still so much to get done. It's crazy, like, you know, I thought in my head, oh yeah, you know, engine rebuild, we slap everything together, we're good to go. Like how much I just kind of thought that it would happen a lot quicker than it did, and then
there's just so much to get done, and obviously I'm doing so much of it by myself as well. So trying to make sure I spend enough time on that, plus content creation and everything else we got going on behind the scenes with the business and stuff like that for here in Japan. It's crazy. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Smash that like button, write a comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. It really does mean the world to me, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace. Ciao mata.